Yo, yo, welcome to the No Limit Podcast, also known as the No Hollywood Cast. Because tonight, we're here with Holy Mountain and your usuals, Anybol and Nolimiteddie.
Yeah,
what up?
What's going on? What's everybody doing?
What's going on, dude? You just came down from the Delaware?
Yeah, I was over on Columbus, over at the Italian market or whatever.
Yeah, made it to Snyder real good,
came all the way
easy.
down to Snyder to see Macaroni Plaza or whatever. All the hubba's about. They got him in a box over there. Like Rizzo or whatever his name is on a statue.
Oh, Frankie the Mayor?
Or it's Christopher, somebody's in a big box on a statue down there.
Alright, you broke me there.
No, I'm just playing, yeah.
You broke me with the box
Dude,
statue.
Thank you guys for having me.
That is fucking impressive.
Yeah,
That's
right?
really good, yeah.
It's like the best South Philly accent
Yeah.
like ever.
Thank
They should
you.
have had you on Mayor of Easttown.
Facts. What is
Yeah.
that? Did they do a fake, like...
HBO show, yeah. It was
They
like
do
a
a fake
Delco
Philly
thing.
accent?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's this SNL skit where I know like Tina Fey does like a fake Delco accent. She
Yeah.
wears like the Patagonia zip up and stuff, and I was like, nah, it wasn't her authentic.
Delco mom type shit.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's a different
That's
character.
how you find it on YouTube.
Yeah, facts.
Delco mom type shit. Type beat.
Type B.
Type beat.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Alright, so who are you for real, Holy Mountain? I know that's a deep question.
That's a deep question.
Deep question. Come right
There's a
out.
lot of there's a lot of facets to Holy Mountain, but I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, artist, based in Philadelphia at the moment. I'm a producer. I sing, do all my own stunts,
You
so
do
to
it all?
speak. Yeah,
No
yeah,
limit?
yeah. Yep, no limit style, exactly.
So when did you
Just
start
doing
that
your own
up?
stunts?
What? Yeah, I guess. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, so artist, multi-instrumentalist, whatever you want to say.
So what started that up though? Take me all the way back to the very humble beginnings.
The very beginning. I started playing guitar. I was like real musically inclined my entire life. My parents noticed, I was super, super young. I was like, music was all I was into, and like didn't play video games or anything. But I started playing guitar when I was probably like 8 years old or 9 years old. I went to a music school all through like secondary school, like I went to middle school and high school and shit, but I went to a school of rock or whatever. So I like learned all instruments there. But yeah, I started playing in my own bands. Probably when I was like 13 or 14 years old. I was like fronting. We were playing like real spazzy sort of math rock kind of music to the likes of like Fall of Troy, if you know them, like scene music.
I haven't heard of them.
How old are you guys?
24. Both 24.
So are you completely out of the MySpace era?
No.
I never had a MySpace.
I had a MySpace.
I guess it may have just been like maybe not your scene too, because you're from around here, but like either way, the music.
Round these parts.
Yeah, because you're from down Snyder or whatever. But over in Jersey, there was a very rich. But yeah, there's a lot of like real like kind of deep cut like hardcore punk scenes all throughout New Jersey. But where I lived, it was really if you played an instrument, it's
Yeah,
where
I was
you
on
were.
MySpace, but I wasn't a part of that scene at all. So
It was
I
just
thought
the cultures went hand in hand, the way the
Yeah,
music
okay.
sounded, the way MySpace was. But it was around that age. I was super young. I was like 12 and 13 years old. So I started there. I played in punk bands, all until through high school. Even more spazzy or shocking music. One of my bands was called Davy Crockett, and we played like. I don't know. Our whole thing was just to be like unlikable. It was so stupid and angsty
You
then.
did a high school
What year
talent
was
show.
Davy Crockett?
No, we were deeper cut than that. We were cooler than that. We were we
right.
played like shows.
What year was Davy Crockett?
So I'm thinking 2000, oh my God, like 2009 or 10 through 2000 and maybe 2009 through 2012.
It actually sounds familiar to me.
2012 was like very late
Davy
end. It was like
Crockett
very
sounds-
inactive.
that
But yeah,
sounds super familiar.
probably not. You never heard of it. It was super spazzy, ridiculous music.
Sounds very.
But we
familiar.
would like, that was where I began making like artful stuff because like we would make our own projections to play behind us and we make really, really shocking sort of like bad look, shit to look at. Our whole goal was to just turn people off.
Orange type shit.
Not even like worse, just like I don't even know, like Human Centipede type clips behind us, and our music was so like jarring
Yeah,
and
it is another
unlistenable.
level worse than Clockwork
So
Orange.
people were
Human
not
Centipede.
feeling it at all, and that was like our goal. But then I kind of obviously I've like played nice music I still sing, so whatever. So like I guess once I kind of got out of high school and stuff like that, I started making more indie rock centric music, playing guitar, getting better at guitar, whatever, singing more, and probably around 2015, once I was in like college and shit, living in Philly, is when I started doing Holy Mountain.
Yeah.
So I started producing
So
really
what was
for
the
the
age
first
that
time.
you started Holy Mountain?
2015. So I don't know. You're dating me. I was like early 20s. Like I'm 27 now.
Oh, okay.
So do the math? whatever. It's a couple years ago. I've been doing Holy Mountain for several years now. Like, and it's been my serious project.
15, 6 years ago.
6 years,
Yeah,
yes.
2015, 6
so
years
Holy
ago.
Mountain's been going for 6 years. You know, it's been my
Yeah.
primary like creative.
Now we just
project.
talked about your two Holy Mountain projects that I know of. Was there any before that?
Yeah. Like when I first started dropping music, it was when I was like really first. Like I knew nothing about like SoundCloud scene music. I was just kind of like I've always loved rap music, obviously, but since I was living in Philly, I was going to like shows more often, rap shows and shit. And so like
Yeah.
I was listening to like SoundCloud music, early SoundCloud music, like Black Cray.
And like TLA, Barbary.
Yeah,
that was where
Barbary,
you were hitting
exactly.
shows and shit, right?
Yeah, totally, exactly. And like there would always be lots of underground rap, so I ended up kind of like fitting into that scene more than I did like whatever the punk rock, indie, whatever scenes there were in DIY world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was cool. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about anything then. I was just sort of making it. And whatever, to your question. I have a bunch of singles, and then Crisis Actor was my first cohesive release, and then No Hollywood is my debut album.
Yeah. So what was your first thing with the Holy Mountain project that like, whether it was a single or a project, what was your first thing that really hit, that put Holy Mountain as a name on the map?
Well, so I have one song that has just like lots of plays called Never Met. That has a very like specific like 2014-15 air to it.
I want to say produced by Half Soul.
Of course, always produced
I
by
know
Half
your
Soul.
SoundCloud well.
Yeah, it's my boy. Yeah, so Half Soul's my young cat. We can talk about that later. That's like my close musical collaborator, like my brother. If Holy Mountain was a band, it's like two members, like me and Half Soul.
Right.
But yeah, Never Met was a song that like lots of cool people reposted it or whatever, and it has a very like if you listen to it now, it's so like has a very like distinctive emo rap type sounds, guitar, melancholy, whatever. So it has like a time machine. But that had a lot of plays or whatever, and a lot of people like that song. But that I don't know. I mean, after that, I remember starting to get noticed from other artists and getting put on different shows. That was sort of when I actually, I guess, was like, plays don't really matter too much, because the money's not, it's just weird. But when it translates to like getting cool shows, really getting to perform like cool places with people you like really like, that's when I'm like, oh, it drives the idea home. It's like, okay, cool, Holy Mountain's reaching people, and I should go hard.
For what you're going for, and we talked a little about this pre-pod, for what you're going for, the plays really don't matter. Like you said, you just want to build that following that's going to follow you so viciously.
Yeah. In some ways, like I hope that obviously everyone wants a lot of plays and a lot of listeners and stuff, but a lot of the stereotypical like industry things like creating content and doing this and that and stuff, I don't get too, I'm lucky enough to not really have to get too concerned with that. At least I feel that way.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
You feel me?
Yeah, you keep it to the music.
Yeah.
So then the first project you dropped was Crisis Actor, correct?
Yep.
Full-length project, that's Holy Mountain?
Yeah, it was like 4 songs, so it's more like an EP. The thing about my music is like Holy Mountain, it's a lot of different styles and it blends a lot of different stuff, but like Crisis Actor had a very specific, I feel like, air to it. It was pretty centered, and it was all produced by, he goes by Dull, but he also makes music as Punkin' Love. He makes his own music, and he's got like a lot of plays and things
You
like
said
that.
it has like one theme. What's like? Because I only listen to No Hollywood.
Okay, yeah. So the older thing, like, it has this very like, so it has like this kind of distorted sound. It has this sort of like this like yearning kind of quality to the lyrics, but it sort of has it's unsettling in its instrumentation. You know what I mean? It's all produced. It's guitar samples, but it sounds like dark while still sounding melodic. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're
And a lot
exactly
of the
right on that.
themes are super dark, you know what I mean? Like I had, like everyone goes through things. So I had, some, times where, I was making music that was directly reflective of like how insane things were in my personal life.
Yeah.
And the music directly reflected that. But yeah, Crisis Actor, I have, a good catalog out before Crisis Actor, but that was probably, I think that was in 2017 or 18 or something like that. Before that, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, all songs, all produced by one person, and it kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I made it for the video Center of Attention. That was my first single too, whatever.
One of Holy Mountain's best songs. If you're gonna check one out, Center of Attention, music video out on YouTube. My personal favorite, I think.
Down AC.
It's down Atlantic City. Shot the video down by the casino.
Yeah, it's like the Trump Taj Mahal or whatever. Picture that.
Dude, the room keys didn't even work.
Yeah, I went there and there's the Revel, and then I went there again and it was gone. Had a coupon, I couldn't even go. That's how fast they go out of business down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, but for Crisis Actor though, I wanted to ask you,
fine.
like, what's the idea behind that? Because I know what a crisis actor is, and a lot of people probably do know what the idea of a crisis actor is. But for you, why did you name your project that, Crisis Actor?
So, honestly, like, Okay, so back then actually the phrase didn't have a political connotation either. So I'm aware now of like there's a political connotation to like the word crisis actor, meaning like someone who like is like whatever. When I kind of made it up, I was more thinking of like someone in a like constantly in a traumatic situation. Like I'm a crisis actor when I'm in this like nut ass situation. Like if you're in a abusive relationship or you're in like just in some crazy in a situation that you might consider like a low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like crisis actor. Like you're not yourself. You know. That's kind of I think that's where it draws from. I mean I can explain it now better in retrospect, but I also kind of just infatuated with this like. I can't like quite like paint it out, so I paint it out in abstract ways. But this idea of, you know, like 5G towers and fucking like crisis actors and gang stalking and this just like weird, hyper, insane, futuristic middle America type aesthetic, junkyard cars, things.
Yeah, that is a complete aesthetic, all those things together.
Yeah, I try to like drive that home as best as I can, but the word crisis actor, it fit into the little vocabulary, and I just went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like a good, like it's just a quality album name.
Yeah,
like
it's funny.
It is just a good name. I think.
Yeah, it's funny. It's short.
And then where'd you go from there?
So,
you dropped a few more singles, I think, before the most recent project.
I did, but like when I dropped Crisis Actor, that's when I feel like I started getting a little bit of recognition and things. So I kind of what I really wanted to do was because I play guitar and stuff, and Crisis Actor wasn't produced by me at all. Mm-hmm. What I really wanted to do was like put out a project that I produced a lot of or play guitar. I don't know, had more of a hand in.
Right.
Because I thought a lot of the times, like I think a lot of other musicians struggle with this, is like the music sounds one way in your head and you're trying to get it to come. I don't know. There's a disconnect until you get it.
Yeah.
But so when I was trying to make No Hollywood, I was really trying to like I had this idea for like I wanted to make music put it on an album first of all, but I wanted to put together like lots of different music that had like an indie rock emo sort of sound that was me. Also kind of had like rap beats, but also that darker Crisis Actor sort of touch. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I really didn't drop a lot of singles in between the two which, you know, like whatever, who cares? But yeah, and then when I put out the album, I feel like it was sort of a obvious little bridge.
You mentioned rap beats. I don't know if I ever heard you on a rap beat.
Nah, yeah, you gotta listen to the catalog. Like the song Fortune Teller on No Hollywood, produced by Half Soul, that's a rap beat.
There was rap on that album.
I mean, most of my drums are, first of all, they're programmed drums, and they're 808s.
You think Fortune Teller's a rap beat? Mm-hmm. I know that song well. I actually listened to it.
What would you call it?
Fortune Teller? I don't
rock
know.
song?
Like, I would say R&B.
Yeah, that's like rap. It's rap. I guess you're right.
Vein.
It's not rap. I guess you're right.
It's in the same vein, though.
Yeah, I see where you were going with
it's
that.
It's just an easy way to describe a blanket term. You're right. It's like this is rap centric. I guess when I'm trying to describe a song that's not like indie rock sounding or guitar sounding, emo. I try to avoid using the word emo to describe something like sonically, and I just end up saying rap because that's like kind of what I. Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So a few singles, then you move on to this album that we just briefly brushed on.
Yes.
No Hollywood.
That's right. Yep. And then I took over about 2 years, a little less than 2 years, I guess, to record it and write everything. I had the songs kind of sitting on them for a long time, and then I kind of was sitting on it for a while, so I sort of dropped it. It was COVID crazy, you know what I mean? It's just there was a lot of things going on, so it felt like really strange. I didn't know how to you usually have to play shows to like promote your album. It's redundant. Yeah. But yeah, so I ended up dropping it in January, end of January. And I've put out some videos since then, and some other things.
I want to bring up something crazy about that album because you said you just ended up dropping it, right?
Yeah.
Holy Mountain tweets. If you follow him, great tweets. Consistent entertainment on a daily basis. Holy Mountain. What's your exact Twitter at?
It's
I'll pop it up right here.
Holy HOLYMOUN. Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain. Yeah. So you tweeted one time. I don't remember the beginning of the tweet, but the end of it was that. That you just wanted to release your whole album with no promo, no nothing.
Yeah,
You were like, this is why something, and then you said, I was just about to release my entire album with no promo on SoundCloud.
Yeah, facts. I almost
talking
did it,
about No Hollywood.
Well, I almost did it by accident many times, but then I did pretty much do it by accident one final time, and that was the drop, because when you put on, and that's what I need. I need a push, because as the fucking Kanye goes back and he edits, you know what I mean? He remixed Pablo or whatever, you know, and puts it back up as something different, takes it down. I love that. That's part of the nature of it being new music, experimental music. It's not a Led Zeppelin record, which will sound one way forever. I kind of like the idea of revisiting shit, whatever. But in many ways, I have to need to be pushed to drop something. But what also happened, which
it can always be better.
Yeah, right. The artist, you get in your own head as a solo artist. But you use a service to post all your music to everything, to the world hears it on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. And I uploaded it there one night just because I was trying to organize, I was like, I'm gonna put all my tracks up, put all the masters up, put all the lyrics up, but the cover art I didn't have quite right, and I wanted to promo and to post some video, wanted to do some things.
Yeah, get some pics up of cars and fences.
All that dumb, yeah, right. You know what I mean? Set the tone. Whatever.
Cars and fences.
Yeah, like
No,
Holy Mountain's
it's
heating back up.
aesthetic, it is.
Yeah.
I be shit posting, my little fake like fantasy crazy world, like pictures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, I put it on DistroKid, whatever, and I meant to hide it and I didn't, and it just actually was at a funeral, and I got home and I had all these Twitter notifications and all these Instagram notifications. People texting me, they were like, should I post about your album? Did you mean to drop it? I was like, yeah. I was gonna
Might as well
post
just go
tomorrow.
ahead and post
Yeah,
that.
but it was cool because I got it was actually cool. It was a very good way.
You got
to,
organic love. You didn't have to text anybody and tell them to show
or
love.
whatever.
You got it
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Yeah, right. I mean, you're always supposed to promo stuff, but in a lot of ways it was just cool. It just happens how it happens. That was a very crazy year. It's a crazy project that I made over the course of. I had to live different. I made some of it in my one house, some in my other house, some here, some there. So it has a very turbulent quality to it. So
I feel like you might not have known it at the time, and maybe that response helped you understand this. But people were waiting on that project.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it.
Cool. Hell yeah.
I
Thank you.
heard the first thing that I was hooked on was the previous album, Center of Attention specifically,
Facts.
and then you only released that one song with 94 Baby. Who you
yeah,
told
or
me his
two.
real
Yeah,
name,
I think I
Ryan.
had two songs or something with him. Yeah, but you are right. Yeah, I probably had some random features here and there, but as far as I didn't drop anything as Holy Mountain. You're right, in between Christ Act. So that was probably almost a full 2 years between drops.
Yeah, people were waiting on that for
Yeah,
real.
that's
I was
good.
one of them for sure.
Yeah, I'm very humbled for that, for real, because it's very discouraging because in social media world when you need to feel like you're posting a lot. It's redundant to say, but so it's cool. It drives the idea home that I do have fans that are genuine. You know what I mean? Not here today, gone tomorrow, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
I feel like my whole thing is if you're just making it, I hope that I just put it out and the right people hear it and the right people find it and I always end up connecting with lots of cool people and shit. So works out in that way.
Yeah.
But I'll be more consistent for everybody too. In that same way, I'm gonna start showing lots of love and dropping lots of music.
Did you have any specific songs or anything from that project?
No,
that
I mean, I listened to the album. I thought it was really good.
Thanks.
There was one song.
Yeah, well,
It
you
might be
only
the-
just listened to it today. You don't know the back of your
It
hand
might
like I do.
be. It might be the third track from the last one.
Yeah,
Third
that's the
track from
single
Last.
Love
Do you know the
Speaking. You're
track?
probably
Speaking,
right.
That's it. Love
Yeah.
Speaking.
He's not capping. You're right.
No, Love
exactly.
Speaking.
That's go on.
That's more of it was more like an indie song. I
That's
didn't
right.
expect it to
Yep.
be because I didn't when I expected I thought it was more rap.
Yeah.
Especially when I saw Wicked Phase of Turn. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw when the first song. I was like, oh, this is like a rap
Facts.
album, the emo rap. But then I listened to the whole thing straight through, all the way through, and when I got to that song, I realized after the fact, once I heard that song, I was like, this is a mix. This whole record's been a mix.
Facts. Yep.
But it's only a 22-minute record, so
Yeah.
it comes at you pretty quick. And when I was listening to it, I obviously heard it, but it didn't register to me like that until I heard Love Speaking. I was like, oh, that's a straight indie song.
Very cool.
And I thought, I should
cool.
the record was really good. I
Yeah,
listened to it today.
and it's funny. I didn't even notice that. Upon doing the track list, I kind of just did it. I had a couple vague ideas where I wanted to be. I only really had ideas for the first 2 tracks. I wanted
'Cause that one's just straight up like an indie.
But a lot of people have said that it transitions to sort of a rock record at the end because
Yeah.
it goes, the last couple songs are really rock centric. But Love Speaking is
sure.
my favorite one. That's the one, it's produced by me. I sing, do my thing on it, But it's a really personal, cool song.
Yeah, that one stuck out to me for sure.
Yeah, it's
That was really
the
cool.
album starts like high intensity, or not even high intensity, but sort of dark. Like I said, dark and melodic. Then it
Second
starts.
song's called Portrait of the Artist in Hell.
That's where it
Which
was.
I actually, when I listened back to it
Yeah.
today to prepare for this, I found a new love for that song.
Hell yeah,
I kind
thank
of
you.
skipped over it at first, but the beat is very unique.
Nah, it's a solid record.
Yeah, I made
good.
that beat too. So a lot of the beats on the record are Half Soul and whoever else, but that beat I made Portrait of the Artist in Hell. I made Love Speaking. But on Portrait of the Artist in Hell is this is one of my favorite songs. It's real special. I love
I
that
feel
song.
like that would be the name of a painting.
Yeah, it
What do you
was.
think?
That's where I got it from. Literally. Well, I got
Really?
James Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man as a book. But there is a painting, Portrait of the Artist in Hell. I can't remember who it's by. So I got it from somewhere.
You said that you released the album in turbulent times, under
Yeah.
conditions, whatever. Do you have any plans to release it physically?
Probably not. Not right now. Because I probably have more projects coming out soon that I'm going to probably end up making physical releases for.
Yeah.
But you do want to do that. It's not just gonna be all.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm definitely going to have physical releases. I'm definitely
Just
going to have
because
vinyl.
the way it looked
Hey, I
The
still
way it
have.
was like branded, like it just looked like it would be like a nice fucking.
Yeah,
like,
we wanted to have it right
Yeah.
there. We almost did. We almost
Photoshop.
printed out a little piece. Like,
Yeah, I pressed
One of one.
I pressed Crisis Actor to a cassette, and that was really cool. I sold a lot of those. I think I may have some more, but I didn't get to do No Hollywood as a record, as cool as that would have been. I think for the next record though, that's totally in the cards. I'm definitely gonna do physical releases in some way. I'm gonna do lots of unique merch stuff coming up pretty soon.
and how close are you with that? With the next one, are you far into it, or just a few songs?
It's like fully written, but it's not recorded yet. So not too far into it, but I'm pushing myself now in a way I didn't used to before, and I'm more structured now than I ever was. So I'm expecting, I hope to have it out, before wintertime, but I'll drop singles in between then. That's definitely what I'm doing. I'm shooting some videos right now with like crazy concepts for a No Hollywood song and then for a new song.
Okay. What's the No Hollywood song that the video's coming out for?
It'll be a Portrait of the Artist in Hell.
Fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's my song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought you had told me it was going to be a different one, but I'm
Well, we
glad
did a
now that
video,
it's
so
that.
yeah, shout out to my boy Goldblum. We did a video for Swinging at My Shadow, and he unfortunately lost all his data on his hard drive. So we lost that video. A lot of people lost videos, it's all good.
I
That's how
know
it goes
that life.
sometimes.
It's the media's our life.
the
You just
media.
lose it
Yeah, we've done
sometimes.
Roll the dice. But yeah, so we had a video for that, but I ended up not being able to do it. So Portrait will be the next video I most likely do, and then a single for, I don't know which will come first.
Can you tell us what the single's going to be called, or that's classified?
No, I actually don't know which one will be the single yet. But this record is going to be like much more, so like if like if I'm really zoomed, I don't know, this is pretty specific, but like if my songwriting's really zoomed in, very like personal, very me, you, I feel like this new release is, it's much more like storytelling oriented, you know what I mean? I feel like I was able to zoom out a little more, and the instrumentation is a lot more rock centric, you know what I mean? It's full instruments. One of the songs is going to be all like full live instruments, maybe all of them, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's going to be a much more like it'll be a more character defining album and less sort of a mixtape,
Yeah. So we were talking earlier about some of the artists that you're kind of linked in with in the Philly scene.
Yeah.
So who are people that you go to when you're trying to work with another artist rather than just work on your own solo shit?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we brought it up earlier. My best friend Half Soul, he's my very, very close friend. We knew each other since like high school, and we played like in a band together. We just done a lot of different stuff together. But him and I, his solo music is like so wonderful. If you've ever listened to it, it's like it's so amazing. It's like Bon Iver, if you've ever listened to that.
Yeah. I definitely see the vibe that he brought to that track you talked about earlier.
Yeah, so he, when he's producing for me, I feel like he's getting in his Holy Mountain bag a little bit, and he changes up a little bit. But he's a very close collaborator of mine. He lives in Chicago right now, but ideally I'd love to make music with him in real life. But yeah, that's my very close partner. He's not in Philly though. But R.I.P. Eternal, that's my very close brother. He makes tons of music. We make lots of beats together, and we'll fuck around on some tracks. We haven't dropped a track together in a while, but he's drop season. He makes hella music.
What tracks do you
Shout
have
out Paul.
together? I feel like
We have a song called Rope Burn together. I think that was our first song. And then we have another song. We have 2 songs out. He helped with the drums on Love Speaking also on the record. Actually, I forgot to say that. And also he mixed a couple of the songs too. He always helps me mix my music and shit. He's great. But yeah, we're gonna have a track together.
Yeah,
soon.
you were telling me like
maybe
he does
even
it
tonight.
all.
Who knows?
He records fucking. He records his own music. He mixes music. He produces for a bunch of people that
That's what I wanted
you're
to ask you. You
intertwined
said
with.
your new album's mostly full instrument, like all full instruments. Is that all you? All of them?
No, I wanted it to be so like only 2 of the songs are fully me, really.
Okay.
And then most of the other ones though are Half Soul. I mean that's my close friend. We be talking. We have a very similar point of reference when we're making beats or when we're going through it. Like me and him have a similar track. So a lot of the beats are
out.
What?
Be hanging out.
We don't really be hanging out very much because he lives over in Chicago or whatever, wherever it's called. He visited the O Block the other day. Shout out Hassel. He's a good boy. He's a social worker in Chicago. That's hard shit. He's real wild at heart.
Yeah, that is dope.
He's a wild at heart. But yeah, he was literally on the O Block, like, helping people or whatever. But yeah, so aside from him, my boy R.I.P. Eternal, I love working with him. As far as Philly artists go, shit.
Oh, wait. I also got to shout out R.I.P. Eternal, Paul. I
Had
know
to.
him as Paul, too, because we were in class together freshman year at Temple in Miss Pancake's film class. So shout out
Miss
my man, Paul.
Pancake.
Catherine
Stack 'em
Pancake.
like pancake.
Salute.
Wait, is that really your name? Miss
Yeah.
Pancake?
That's fire.
Yeah.
When I was in 2nd grade, I went to the school in the Northeast, it was fuck, what's the school called? Whatever. My second grade teacher was Miss Buttonbush. My dad would always make fun of that shit. He's like, that's not her name. I'm like, that's her name.
That was really her name.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Buttonbush.
What's her name?
Miss Banana. I don't know.
Miss Buttonbush.
Good names.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, but Temple Film Class, yeah. Shout out, my boy R.I.P. Eternal. There's not many other Philly
That's
artists, I
another
guess.
thing he does. He does all his own videos, right?
He works with a lot of really, really cool, good videographers from a bunch of different places. But yeah, he's very literate and everything. I know he edits most of his videos. He puts all the pieces together himself, produces, he mixes.
Yeah,
he's
that
great.
shit didn't end up working out for me. I got my 2 years and dipped out.
Yeah, nah, you're probably better off. Fuck Temple.
Yeah, to be honest.
Fuck Temple. Don't go to art school.
You be chilling in the Temple school buildings though?
Not anymore. For a little bit, I would chill there when I had friends there who were still in class, and you chill in the computer lab and stuff like that. And it's easy licks, but I'm a good boy when I'm at Temple because that's not my turf.
Yeah.
There's lots of kids who have Bape hoodies and they just drape them over their damn jackets and drape them over their chairs and go to the fucking bathroom. But I don't be at Temple anymore. No, I don't like to go up to Temple campus even. It's just like stressful.
You want to hear a crazy Temple computer lab story?
Yes.
One time, this girl from my class asked me to like take a test with her, cause you're not supposed to, but no one really gives a fuck. So Temple, do not rescind my degree if you see this video. Rescind hers though, cause she's a weirdo.
Yeah, she had him do it.
We go sit there, we do the test, make sure it's all right, whatever. It's completely chill, we're trying to do the test and get 100. Nothing other than that.
Yeah.
So we finished the test, and then I leave. And then, I went into another room of the building and was just chilling, waiting for somebody, one of my boys to finish class or something. And I see her leave, 5 minutes later with the girl who was, sitting next to us the whole time. Mm-hmm. So she secretly had her friend, there.
Whoa.
The whole time that we were sitting there.
Wait, so that's weird.
It was
But
the craziest
she didn't say
thing ever.
nothing, though, the whole
I was
time?
like, yeah, you're a weirdo for doing that.
People are strange. She probably had a wire. She was probably wearing a wire. Something was happening there. Yeah, whatever. Weird shit happens up at Temple campus.
You're old as shit to be doing that in college. That's not
Yeah,
what you did.
are you all right? It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's strange. There's a lot of different
Didn't
types of
say a
people.
word
It's a big
when
school.
I walked up. She sat there, pretended to be on the computer.
Yeah, that's way too old to be acting like that, bro.
For real.
And she was in Temple.
You're intimidating like that, though. No, I'm just like, yeah, give him 10 real quick.
Give him 10. 10 out, 10 down. 10 out, 10 down.
Nah, you gotta do 5 and 5. You gotta
I'll
even
take
it
a
out.
deep breath. Take a little
This is a no limit exercise break.
This is a teaser for a later feature content piece. Holy Mountain gets swole.
Yeah, Swoley Mountain.
Swoley
The
Mountain.
return of Anybol.
There we go.
Any bulk episode. What is it for? Swoley Mountain.
Swoley Mountain.
Either way, next time you guys see me, I'm fucking beating ass.
Oh,
We're gonna have at least
You're
10,
gonna have a problem next time you see me. That's all I'm saying.
at least 10,
Yes,
15 pounds of
yes.
muscle.
I'm gonna be
on 'em.
shirtless next time I'm on this podcast.
Beater season. Wife beater season. Yo, here it goes. I said we set it up
perfect.
perfect time. Here it comes. Perfect.
It's Friday the 13th.
It's spooky.
Yeah,
It's Friday the
yeah.
13th.
Once the what's the name? Once it gets fully dark, you can shut the curtains on them.
Yeah, at my house, over in New Jersey, right at this time, the bats all come out in full
Really?
force. It's so cool to watch them. They just dip around and they play and they're awesome. And then by the time it's completely dark, they're gone. They're super cool. Yeah.
Where do they come out of? Where are they
live in
hanging out
between.
during the day?
I can answer that for you. I looked it up because this was really interesting. They actually, they live in little crevices and stuff, but in the suburbs and shit, in certain trees, they'll live in the crevices of the tree bark between the tree. That's how small the bats are.
Really?
They rock out there all day. They don't hang upside down. They rock out there all day, and then once it gets a little dusk, they pop out. Really cool.
It's a weird animal.
No, shout
Odd
out.
animal.
There's bats. Whatever. There's bats in New Mexico area that eat out of cactuses, and they're awesome. Super cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, whatever. Next question. This isn't about the bats.
Next question.
This isn't about the bats.
Let's crack another bowl.
So you got a couple of them. A couple no limit topics for us.
Yeah, I have a few no limit topics. All right.
A couple of
We
few.
got time for both of them actually. So
Yeah.
whatever one you want to do first.
Shit, I don't like getting put on the spot like that.
Oh.
Ooh, you want me
no,
to just
not in a
pick?
mean way.
You
No,
want
not in
me-
a mean way.
Oh!
I just need time to think. Because we hadn't even put them in order. I was thinking I'd be good on the spot, but shit. It's like, all right, we have
I
2
know.
topics. I need a third one.
Give me 10 curls right now.
Ah, fuck. All right, you're right. All right, you're right. That's my
You asked for it.
2, 3. It's good for him, right?
4, perfect.
Yeah, you're
Bend
good.
at the elbow.
6,
Boom, come back.
7,
Back ain't moving.
9, 10.
That's it. That's all I
Decent.
need. Perfect.
What was that? 25 pounds, right?
Are we all going with 10?
60.
Like we said. You already know, like we said. What was
I'm
I
like a
saying
weird
before?
angle here.
Now, what did we start talking about that? Oh, your topics, but you're not on the spot. Pick which one you want.
Yeah, which one?
I'll pick.
All right.
Notoriously, I
I'm
always
completely
ready
ready to pick.
help.
All right, I got one. We can riff for a little while. So, you know, we just met, you know, feels like we've known each other forever already.
Ah, it's been a while.
But you guys were saying you're native from Philly, and that's
Yes.
really cool. Cause like, you know, I lived in Philly when I was younger, and I was back and forth. My parents moved me to Jersey and shit. But so graffiti is a real important part of my artistic shit. You know what I mean? It's an important part of the Holy Mountain Project, and like, just like, kind of as a general, how it affects my whole aesthetic. You know what I mean? The way, just the sloppiness, the sort of the way
Uh-huh.
at which you paint graffiti over the way you might do a different type of art, whatever. So I guess my topic, I just wanted to kind of riff, talk about, see if you guys, you know, because you're from Philly, best graffiti city in the world, do you have any memories growing up of like anything graffiti related?
Well,
Anyone
right
in your
behind
family
your
or
house
cousins or?
is a hot spot for graffiti.
Yeah, it is. So like under 95, they have the pillars that hold the bridge up. Obviously, they're always sprayed with graffiti. Now, as ignorant as it might say to me, I can never I can't understand it in my eyes, right?
Point more at the mic.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you, like you said, like the sloppiness of it. Why do you think that appeals to you so much? Now, I'm not saying it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
I just I can't even make out usually what it says. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's part of the mystique that I love, right? So it's like,
So that's part of it. Like
It's
just
like
having it like a.
it's like a buried language or something. You know what I mean? It's like a funny thing because it's like you paint it for everyone to see, but it's like meant to be enjoyed and understood by like writers only. You know what I mean? That's like a funny irony to it. You know?
Okay, that
So
makes
it's
a lot
like
more sense.
so the untrained eye, you see it and it's sloppy. But certain shit, you know, certain writers know, okay, he did that A. Like, there's certain, like, letters that you do a certain way as a
So it's all about the
Philly
culture
style.
of
Totally. It's all about carrying on a lineage of, like New York writers write a certain way, Philly writers write a certain way. And, you know, it's, like, you guys are from here, so, like, it's probably just, like, unconscious for you to, like, when you think of graffiti, you think of that, like, sloppy.
Yeah, just think of art. Yeah.
But, you know, most of the rest of the world, they don't think of that. They think of big block, street art, something like that. So, you know, that's cool, and that's that shit.
My experience with graffiti is more related to like urban exploration.
Yeah.
Do you get into any of that?
Yeah, totally. Because, like, yeah, a lot of those...
Only to do graffiti, or you get into urbex like aside from that?
Well, I mean, like, if I'm gonna go to those places, I'm definitely gonna be like, look, doing graffiti stuff
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You already know. But
Don't
like,
know.
yeah. But fucking no, I would go, if I didn't paint graffiti or didn't have an interest in graffiti rather, I would go to those spots because they're really cool and they kind of speak to Philadelphia as its culture as a city, the way you can go to like Broad and whatever it is, and it used to be, I don't know if you can still go there. It's like Tasty Cake Factory, but there's always abandoned factories in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's
I know about that
you
spot.
still see that blue collar industrious vibe, and it's funny. You can go in there and paint, make it your own or whatever.
I haven't been there. One that I've been to locally is like if you go on Delaware Ave.
Don't dox it.
If you go down
Don't
Delaware
dox the
Ave
location.
and you just go straight down and you get past the point where they're doing the work at,
Yeah.
you'll see these two abandoned buildings. Yeah, but I've been over there.
Yo, I heard they don't have taxes down Delaware Ave. You don't pay no taxes down Delaware.
Shit, I don't know who you're talking to.
No, I'm just playing. But
I wish I could do an accent like that. You guys fucking
Why
put my
can't
shit to
you?
bed. I don't know.
It's just like
I mean, no disrespect, but you guys talk like that real good already. I'm doing an
Yeah,
That's
exaggerated
what I mean.
version
Like,
of the
I
way you
like
guys
you
talk.
doing it, and I really don't realize, but like it just sounds so exaggerated.
It's an
coming out of your
exaggerated guy
mouth.
too. It's
Yeah.
not, you know.
Wait, but is that a thing in like that community? Like I'm not really supposed to say where I went.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
just
all right. I actually never even went.
But go on to say what happened at the place you went to. What were your observations?
It was just chill. Like I saw like it's two buildings. In the middle of it is a big like cobblestone thing with like abandoned trains and shit.
facts.
And then all the way up at the top is a bunch of writing. Like just nicer ones.
yeah.
There's one with like a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas lettering.
Oh, that's fire.
It's like the
Hell yeah.
green money with like the perfect pink and then the
Yeah, when you
black
have like a
outline
chill
on
spot
top.
like that, you know what I mean? As opposed to if you're
Why
writing on the
can't
street, it's like you do
say
it up.
where you go.
Because you don't want a bunch of randos going there, you know what I mean? Blowing up the spot. I mean, it doesn't even matter to me. It's like whatever. But, you know, if a bunch of people go to a spot, then it's like, there's going to be like, I got some cops there or
Yeah.
something. Blowing up the spot.
How about, I don't think it's a
Not
spot
supposed to go.
I don't think it's a spot anymore, so I can blow it up.
You go to graffiti
Were you
pier.
ever in that school that was on like Spring Garden?
Yeah,
You
that's
could go
still
to the
there,
top,
but
the
yeah,
park?
that's still
Oh,
there.
that
I
is
think.
still there?
I mean, there's two, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, with the gates on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. That spot's really cool. It's really cool in there.
Sick up there.
Watching the sunrise or something. You know what I mean? It's cool. It feels very like gritty. You know, you're in there.
Yeah, and how about if you're talking graffiti in Philly, you got to talk about Boner Forever.
Boner Forever, everyone knows about that. Shout out Boner and Forever. So for those that don't know, it's two different graffiti writers.
I didn't know this.
Two, really?
Well, hold on.
Oh, back
Let's
to
start
fun.
this story from the beginning. This
Then
is,
back the fuck up.
hold on. Boner Forever. You know, like the details of Boner
Little
Forever.
bit, yeah. This is.
I'm quiet for the next
I
5
think. Well,
minutes.
this is the thing. There's been like Temple kids and shit wrote little articles and the shit, but they're not tapped in, so they don't actually know, and they miss over a lot. But either way, Boner and Forever are both banging graffiti writers and they've been around for a while. Honestly, I don't know for a fact that they're not the same person, but I don't think they're the same person. But either way, they've been around and they put their work. Actually, it is. I'm pretty sure it's the same person because that's just his alias. In graffiti, you could have two names. If you get arrested
okay.
with one name, you get hot, you switch over to a different name. Then when you boss up, you paint the biggest spot in the city. You paint both your names. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows Boner Forever.
So yeah, it doesn't mean anything. That's the other cool part about graffiti I love. It's like in a world where you're like advertisements like nonstop and ads and shit like that. Like you just see Boner Forever. It means nothing. It's just like, and it takes up ad space that someone would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to have for that for 15 years. I love that. It's like another thing about graffiti writers, like no one's gonna you don't put like a website, you don't put a click through. It's just your name. It's just there. It's just you and the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's cool, and that's the root. I feel like.
And I've actually never seen, I probably have, but I really can't recount any other time that I've seen Boner or Forever anywhere else.
You've definitely seen it in your life, but it didn't look like that. It looked like a specific way or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say.
People have their little stylistic, that's hard to read, but
Because
it's
Boner
everywhere.
Forever is just like block white letters, right?
On that piece, it is right. People, he probably did it with like a roller paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What building is that on?
It's Broad and I couldn't tell you. Broad.
It's around Spring Garden.
No, it's way past Spring Garden. Broad and I don't even know. You can look it up. Allegheny or
You
something.
kind of went into the accent there without fully.
Yeah,
Look at
without
that.
fully going into it.
You like kind of like hit it in the middle. You're like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
trying
like,
to think of which streets are even up
Yeah,
there.
you're from
Between
Jersey,
Spring
right?
Garden and
South
Ray-
Jersey?
yeah, South Jersey. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's sort of similar.
Jim's got the same dialect, dude. You can't know him.
Yeah, but you're like me. You tried to lose it a little bit.
I know. I'm trying to sound articulate.
Yeah.
And
hard.
It's impossible.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What was there graffiti on Divine Lorraine?
Yeah, there used
And
to be.
is that gone now that they redid it?
Yes and no. It used to be like smacked up. You used to be able to go in the Divine Lorraine. It was a really cool, really cool building to be able to go all the
I
way to the
wandered
roof
around
of.
it trying to get in, could not figure out how.
Yeah, but now it's a hotel. They left some of the graffiti in like the corridors as like some of the design elements or whatever. But there's not really much graffiti on there anymore. There's a big Eagles piece on the
People live
roof.
there now, right?
Yeah, it's like rich apartments and a restaurant and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was nothing negative associated with that ever, right? Before people moved in.
I wouldn't know.
Because I know there's one in L.A. I forget what it's
A
called.
Divine Lorraine?
No, not a Divine Lorraine, just a hotel that's kind of like that. It's not like a chain hotel. It was just like one popped in L.A. And this dude committed a bunch of murders in there, and now they've reopened it as a place where you can live, and people are like iffy about it because of
Whoa.
that. Yeah, you ever heard of Richard Ramirez?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he committed the murders in
At that hotel?
Yeah, and that hotel's now reopened for people to, kind of like Divine Lorraine. It's reopened for people to
But
live.
no, a bunch of people didn't get murdered at the Divine Lorraine. Maybe they did, but it wasn't notorious.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? You just gotta sage it. You gotta sage the whole spot.
I've been actually burning
Yeah,
these
what are
things lately called like, what are they called?
Blunt off.
Blunt off. It smells so good.
Ad break. No limit ad break. Blunt off.
Blunt off. Free
wait,
plug.
wait,
Free
Blunt
plug
off.
for
That's
Blunt off.
adds to our unofficial sponsors. Monster Energy,
You
White
don't-
Monster Energy.
You don't want that sponsor.
Blunt off?
Monster Energy.
No, you want the blunt off. You don't. I'm not gonna disparage you guys, but like I just mean what Monster drops off energy drinks to my store all the time, and like at a certain point I'm like, dude, I don't want energy drinks anymore. I'm drinking them. They're Bang and Monster were like competing, dropping off energy drinks, and we're drinking all of it. I'm just like, yo,
That's just
My
terrible.
stomach
bring
hurts.
water. I was like, do you guys make it?
Bring
I was like, do you guys
water,
make it?
please.
Or do you make like a Gatorade? They were like, no, we make like the Monster, the blue clear can Monster. I was like, but you don't want that sponsor. You would be helped. No, I guess Monster's no limit.
Monster, I mean,
Sometimes
Monster's
you
definitely
need-
you want to hit.
no limit is
sometimes-
all walks of life. It
When-
really it hits
Listen,
all the
here's your
fucking
ad
marks.
right here, Monster, free of charge, just so you pay me for the next one. Sometimes when you're not ready to podcast, when you sit down, you're a little down in the dumps, a White Monster hits like no other. And that's all you're getting for the free.
When you're down in the dumps, nothing hits like a Monster Energy drink. That sounded perfect. That was really good. They should enlist you.
Monster,
And you're like real depressed at
White
first, then you drink the
Monster.
Monster.
And I go to work.
Monster. Monster's fucked up, but White Monster's heinous. White
That is
Monster's
pretty-
You should never be caught with a white.
All right,
Monster.
let's get into it.
Come
Fuck it.
on.
You ever had like Java Monster? You ever had the
Nah,
Coffee
I
Master?
don't fuck
Never
with
had
any of that.
You ever had like the Hawaiian Punch type Monster?
No.
Nah, what's that?
So this is why I'm saying you can't drink that shit. They dropped off we're like test rabbits or
They're
something.
dropping you off the Monster Za.
Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, the soda of fucking like.
I like that, though.
Yeah, but they're releasing seltzers next year.
Alcoholic ones?
Mountain Dew is releasing seltzers.
Alcoholic ones though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
You like
they're gonna
Mountain
be
Dews?
Mountain Dew like Volt.
Yeah, I like Mountain Dew.
Fucking
I'm like,
alcoholic.
it's like embarrassing to be like a soda drinker. It's so bad for you, but I do like to drink
Code
Mountain
Red.
Dew.
And you're
Code
taking
Red
the
fucking
sugary
seltzer.
one. Not even the Mountain Dew diet or anything.
No, never. You kidding me? I mean, like we'll just discuss that during our training or whatever. I'll cut that out.
Yo, I won't even make
Training.
you cut out a Mountain Dew.
It's
I don't
I
It'd be good for me.
recently,
I eat whatever.
in addition to recently picking up tap water, I've also recently picked up drinking soda. Those are my new thing.
that's very good. A little bit. Hell yeah. Those
I'm all over tap
so the
water.
fluoride in the tap water is good for you. It just makes
Yeah.
you not think about anything anymore. It makes you like, duh. So it's
Yeah,
just good. That's
I've
good
been
for
drinking
you.
all tap water. This whole fucking.
Can't think about how bad the soda is.
We're
And the
all-
soda is whatever.
This
Yeah.
Joel's tap water 4 times a day.
That's really crazy. You serious? You
Yeah.
should get a Brita though, probably.
Yeah.
It does have probably good minerals, I guess.
Drink the fucking dirt at the end of it. It's alright.
Yeah, I'm not so classist as to not drink tap water, but
Yeah, come on.
if you got a Brita,
Live in the city. You can have a couple of rocks.
The
in the
Brita
water.
does get crazy though, the amount of times you have to refill it.
fuck that shit. Well,
I'd probably be refilling it all
Right.
day.
So if you had a graffiti tag, you wouldn't be able to tell us what it is.
I wouldn't be a graffiti tagger. Just I wouldn't. Yeah. No, but I would. You can't. You can't talk about it. But
FBI.
not even like that. But it's just. But also, it's corny to be on a
Yeah,
podcast and be like,
okay.
talking about the name you write. But either way, no. It's like a.
Yeah.
It's like a
I get
insider.
Yeah, I feel that.
That. Yeah, I get that.
So now we're moving on to your second no limit topic, I guess.
I want your no limit topic. Can you guys do your topic?
Oh, I didn't come prepared for
topic?
one.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no.
I don't want to talk about a
Hit
real
me with a
serious topic
fucking-
I had.
Hit with a choke slam right before the fucking podcast is over. I got no topic.
I can talk
Nah,
about pretty
you
much
never supposed to
anything,
have
but
topics in the talk.
my serious topic,
nothing
I
on
wasn't
right
feeling
now.
that.
You're not feeling that. You're moving on from that.
Maybe we could, but we can talk about another lighthearted one. I want one driven by you guys. You brought me here.
Let's, well, my phone's on the thing, so I can't even look at my
I want to
note.
think about it for a second. No, I got
Just
it.
think
I got
about
it. Let's just think
This
about
would be a
it.
good
The
time
boss,
for it.
this is where the boss is going to come in clutch.
The boss?
That's the boss.
Yeah,
Oh.
the final boss.
You? What are you guys
Yeah,
talking
That's the
about?
final boss right there.
Any bull
That's
or
the
the
fun-
boss?
Boss.
Gotcha.
Boss.
The boss baby.
The boss
Alright.
baby.
Let's talk about. No, we have to do the thing. Remember, we said every episode's gonna have like a person that we just talk about.
You said that.
That's
Alright.
fine.
But
So
for
now,
this
so
instance,
now I'm
I'm
just gonna
all
give you a
about it.
person. We're
I
gonna-
can't. All right,
We're
yeah.
gonna
hit
introduce a person, like a random person. We're just gonna go off about them.
Jeff Donald.
it. Oh, great. Oh my
Great.
god. No,
Boom.
can that be the person?
Yeah, Jeff Dunham.
Because so really.
Ventriloquist guy, right? Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Donald.
I could dig it as you speak on Jeff Dunham first and then me.
So the only thing I know about Jeff Dunham is the ventriloquist. Like he
Who
has
was
the little
going to
dolls.
see him?
Oh, I know.
He
He's-
was
Dude, that shit
blowing
was
out
hitting.
theaters. He was blowing out theaters.
He still
was
does. He still
Does
does. He sells out like 3 nights every city in the world. You see the on the if you're going over the bridge, you see the Borgata Jeff Dunham, and he's got the little fucking the old fucker puppet.
He's pure entertainment. Jeff Dunham.
Dude,
Yeah.
but grown adults.
It's grown. Well, that's the only people. Then maybe me.
You're a
I
Jeff
would
Donald?
go. That shit's funny.
No, I'm not even that, dude. Like
It's entertaining at the least.
I got into. I was like
I'm gonna revisit that.
my step grandfather, whatever, they had like this ventriloquist dummy at their house, and I was real infatuated with it. And I started thinking, I want to do like a ventriloquist video or some kind of something.
But is it like Danny O'Day? Is it like a classic fucking?
Yeah, it's a
dummy?
fucked up looking Goosebumps one, and it's like it's
Yeah.
so glossed over. But I started reading about ventriloquism and how easy it is and who does it. And Jeff Dunham is the head honcho of the ventriloquism community. Like, I was reading on this forum that
He's
was
so
like,
good at it.
they love him, and like they'll reference him all the time. They'll be like, if you're trying to write material, don't try to write it like Jeff. You can't do it like he's first name basis with the ventriloquist community.
You can't do it like Jeff.
But yeah, I was
First
really
of all,
watching.
don't fucking even come close to Jeff, please.
I mean,
Before
I
we
don't-
get started.
Easy $1 million, the hole in the market is if you're a non-problematic Jeff Dunham, if you could be as good as Jeff Dunham technically with the ventriloquist doll, but you don't have any characters that are like making fun of people for their like stereotypes, you take over the game.
I do
You feel
remember
me?
him
All
having
his
like a Middle
characters
Eastern.
are like, yeah, it's
Fucking
like,
Akbar and stuff like
come
that.
on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I can't believe you like that. Wow. I can't believe people are still laughing at Akbar.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how could you still possibly be like
the only
that?
funny thing is like him up
know.
there with Akbar. That's like the funny part. It's just like him up there. It's like, what am I doing? But then that in itself is
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like it's no limit to be able to laugh at stuff like that. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with like the message being portrayed by it. But some of that shit is funny.
He could do. He could listen. He's real funny though, and he's good at being a ventriloquist. He could like make the same jokes
Hey,
without.
I'm sure Jeff
without
Dahm's-
making like dumb. Listen, it could be a Middle Eastern style character, but he doesn't have to be making like low hanging. He makes low hanging jokes like
Yeah, it's all
about
low-hanging
bombs,
shit.
and he could just get better with his material. But his audience wouldn't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
That is true. The audience wouldn't like it. He
Yeah.
wouldn't. He wouldn't be reaching his target
Because they're
audience.
not.
Yeah. So I got excited when you said Jeff
I'm not
Dunham
thinking.
because immediately it sparked because like just this week I was looking up or 2 weeks ago or something when I was searching I was just looking up ventriloquism. I was looking up like Philadelphia ventriloquism, thinking like there's got to be some kind
scene.
of a free community.
Ready to tweet about it.
Yeah, there's got to be. I didn't want to tweet about it because I'm not trying to like but people
Trying
be
to
like,
get involved.
yeah, I don't want them to come to me. But I found the World Ventriloquist Convention, which took place in like Kentucky, and it looked so fucked up. It's like a whole huge ballroom full of vendors with ventriloquist dolls and gadgets and people. It was so cursed. I would and when I looked at the date, it was like happening like the day before. It was
Wow.
like, it's like wow.
Going there would probably be cool as shit.
I've been really infatuated with ventriloquism lately.
I don't want to hit on anybody's hustle, but there's probably some ventriloquists like at the convention that are just like bad.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah.
In
Like,
every
there's
way
some-
imaginable.
There's not a lot of Jeff Dunhams.
No, that's what they said on the websites. They were like, listen, let's workshop some material. I was reading threads about how to write material for ventriloquist artists. I don't know. I dig deep sometimes. It all comes full circle.
Wait, do they instruct you to build the characters around stereotypes or no?
I don't know. I didn't read that far, but I could see that Jeff Dunham probably teaches that if he had students.
Yeah.
It's easy.
What do you think Jeff Dunham does?
Because I
all
can't
day?
imagine any other way that it
he
works.
He keeps his voice on ice. He probably doesn't talk all day. It's probably like Jeff texts you if he needs to talk to you, and then because he gets on stage and he's like,
Yeah, he
for real,
barely,
you know how we were
barely
talking
moves
about
his
warming
mouth.
up. Yeah,
Wow.
but I think he works heavy. He gets a lot of gigs. Jeff
Oh,
Dunham.
we were talking about vocal warm-ups.
Yeah, he's a
he
fucking-
probably does a lot of those.
He's a road rat.
That's what they're all saying. But yeah, I don't know what he's at. I'm not an advocate for Jeff Dunham. I've been fucking with ventriloquism lately.
Oh,
He
you
keeps coming
sound
up.
like you're about to fucking become the next Jeff Dunham already. You're really into it.
We get canceled.
You know how many times Jeff Dunham's gonna pop up?
I'm
during
like,
this
in his
part of the
Boston
podcast?
special, it had nothing to do with the New York special. He didn't do the same routine at all. He didn't even do Akbar.
And he knows Boston and New York are rivals.
What are his
Why would he
other-
get
what
up
are
on
his
stage
other-
with a different act?
Why do I only know Akbar? I know Akbar.
The old man, there's an old man one.
There's an old man. There's a Pepper who's like it's like a low hanging like Spanish stereotype.
Yeah.
They're like so. I don't know. He steers right into the fucking skin with all.
He
of them.
does.
But is
Yeah.
the
Every
old
single
man
one.
one that bad? Like, are people really?
I don't know.
Like, protecting
No one's
old men? The
no
old
one's
man
upset about
community
any
like
of them.
that?
No one's upset
No,
about
that's
any of
what-
them.
no
This is my
one's-
personal opinion about his characters being.
Oh,
bad.
okay.
It doesn't seem like anyone's upset. People in the comments love Jeff
I'm
Dunham.
sure if it was shed to light, like on the national Twitter scale, that it would be.
Yeah.
But like his fans don't give a fuck.
I go
like
into
we
his
already talked
comments
about.
and I leave comments. I write ventriloquist in Philadelphia DM question mark.
That's
So,
the shit
it's
you
all
were on
positive.
online.
Yeah, I know.
You were on some no limit shit online.
For real,
How
yeah.
many Instagram accounts? Now I feel like I know about like 2, but you probably got a boat.
5 that I'll say.
Fine,
But I don't do anything sketchy. I just always have these ideas, and I'm like, why don't I be the guy who gets this handle before anyone else does? You know what I mean? And
true,
it might be an
true.
idea that never works, and it might be an idea that does work, but you gotta have as many Instagram handles as possible.
It's a good
You
idea,
have
but-
some that are just for yourself, and you have some that you're just holding.
For sure. Oh well, yeah. Personally,
For
for
other
Holy Mountain, I have
reasons.
3. You're right. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
my shit postergram. I have my regular one, and then I have like a personal one. I
I feel like
guess.
sometimes you mix them up.
I do. I definitely do. That's what
Because
sucks.
sometimes I see a post, I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be on this one?
I
'Cause
know.
This is a nut ass picture.
I do that. I'll post on my story on my other one, but you know that's the luck of the draw. That's why it's the shit post Instagram. Help to find the fence to whatever.
It's always good to keep a backup one in the tug just in case you ever get deleted or anything.
Yeah, because you can't
like that.
shit post on your main one anymore. The algorithms are never like working in your favor. So if you start acting crazy and start like, it's just like you had too
Yeah.
many. They flag you. It's like you have too many drinks at the Instagram bar. They flag you. They're like, all right, he's done.
Who else are you into in like the ventriloquist scene?
himself.
You like how I set you up with like 4 questions?
Yeah, I got you. Chevy Chicken. No, I'm just playing. I don't know any ventriloquists. I haven't linked. I haven't linked
Chevy
with
Chicken
any
a real
yet.
person?
I've been trying. No, I made that up. But I've been trying to write a ventriloquist character. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
Anybol.
All right, fuck it. Think about Judge Judy, right? At, like a Judge Judy setting, but the judge, instead of Judge Judy, it's a ventriloquist dummy, and like a guy, like not paying attention. And she's like,
But that's the person who's the
he's like,
judge.
order in the court. Even a dummy knows that.
But is this
It'd be
about
so
real people's
funny.
fucking problems?
Yeah, it'd be like real gruesome problems, like family court, but it's like a ventriloquist dummy making jokes about everything. That's the series I'm trying to pilot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
You
thank
probably should
you.
have kept that close to the chest.
Yeah, it's all good. They won't. No one could write that. Only I could write that. They don't know the ventriloquists like I do.
Only you could draw this nice unfinished graffiti we have for us over here.
Yeah, I'll
you
get
want
you
to let
guys
the
a
camera
cool
see
one.
it or no?
What?
That right there.
Yeah, show it. It's unfinished. But
It's almost
okay.
done.
You know, it's
Unfinished
like
piece.
The end got a little
Unfinished,
thick
unlimited.
or whatever, but it's no limit.
It's gonna be.
That's why it's no limit.
right over here somewhere on the table.
We'll
Next
fix it
episode.
up.
Somewhere on this table.
Some OG artwork from the Bulls.
Somewhere. What if we broke out into like a
Beyond the
three?
sea.
three
I've been
man,
saying
like,
this whole time my voice is warmed up. I want to record. We can record after this.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot. I feel like we were chatting. We should have did like a whole vlog because we were chatting for like 2
Yeah.
hours
We
before
kind
this
of were.
podcast
Missed
even
content
started.
opportunity.
A lot of
Yeah.
I said that.
Patreon.
This is for the Patreon.
Let's talk about Patreon real quick to round it up though, because
Sure.
I feel like
Why
that's a
not?
serious like topic that creators need to hear about. So
Sure.
Patreon, if nobody knows, like it's like a, and I'm sure if you are a creator, you know already, but it's kind of like a secondary like platform where you can upload bonus content for your hardcore fans, and they pay you like a monthly fee, and they can also leave tips and stuff too. So it's a good way for independent artists to.
Yeah,
Get
I would
money.
vouch for anyone to do it. I don't have one, but I think anyone who does it would be a good idea, you know,
Yeah.
because there's artists that I would pay $5 a month to, I don't know, whatever, have free shirts or whatever I think it's a smart thing to do for artists, but I don't have one, but I might make one. You can plug it here eventually.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a smart
I'm
idea
sure
for creators.
Holy Mountain Wild at Heart is available.
It's definitely available. I mean, dude, it's so hard to get these handles anymore. You have to know, you know, Instagram never shows love.
Yeah, I had to DM. I need to DM whoever Nolimiteddie is so I can be Nolimiteddie instead of Nolimiteddie boy.
Yeah,
Oh, no
I-
shit.
I
Eddie with the
cannot
IE
find-
that already exists?
Yeah,
I
Nolimiteddie
cannot
with the IE.
find just Anybol. Like whoever,
Even though you
whoever
text
you
me
are
there,
out
why?
there, Anybol with nothing on it, nothing attached. Who are you? I can't.
You
even
guys
search
both
it.
deserve those usernames, but you especially deserve Anybol.
I
You can't
need-
be not from Philly and be Anybol.
And I can't have the underscore.
That's like Anybol
Yeah, underscore's gotta
activity.
go.
Didn't
I
you
hate that.
DM any bowl?
No, but she was Anybol underscore. I'm Anybol underscore.
Oh, dude, I
I'm
harassed the
underscore
shit out of
Anybol
At Holy
underscore.
Mountain. If you're watching, you're fucking...
No, and you know what? And Anybol underscore, I asked her what Anybol meant to
I-
her, and she didn't answer me.
No, but for real, that's what I mean. So the Twitter account for At Holy Mountain is like it's like the Chicago BDSM temple, the Holy Mountain temple. Like, what the fuck? And it's been inactive for years. And I'm like, bro, give me it. And the guy, the Holy Mountain on Instagram, he's inactive too. He posted a couple pictures of chairs. I sent him a bunch of nice messages. Then I sent him some funny ones. And then I sent him some meme ones. And now he's active again. He's like a meme account. I'm like, this fucker, I set him into
A
motion.
meme account.
He's been like posting. I think I inspired him.
You
Fucker.
basically held him up in his DMs for the name.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his phone and take the username if I ever see him.
Yeah.
Just harass him.
Take his phone.
Report every post, and they all get taken
I
down.
do that. Nothing happens. I've done that for years.
You gotta get an army.
I know.
Get all your followers.
Listen, yeah, it's not even worth it at that point. I like my long usernames. Shout out to the long usernames.
What would we post on a No Limit Patreon? Like, what would we post?
What to come up with something?
Well, like on the podcast, I like, yeah, but still they did feet pics, but that was like the high tier. Like if you're the whatever $100 a month subscriber, you get Anybol feet pics.
I would do that for
Maybe
a
not that
low
specifically.
tier.
That's biting, but
I would do that for a low tier.
you could get a white or
What's
you
a low
do
tier?
a workout video.
What's a high tier?
Like that would be a high tier. Toes.
I would go low tier.
Critter pics is a high tier.
This is
What
why
would-
we're a good Patreon.
Me shirtless workout video. No homework.
Workout tips?
Who's paying for that? What are they paying? 50?
You might be tapping. I actually don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. I have to workshop that.
Guess I'm not
Shirts?
subscribed to
No.
our own Patreon.
Any bull feet pics though?
Any bull
We
feet
could
pics.
get 65.
Oh, look at these dogs.
Don't take.
You kidding me?
No one's even gave us money yet. From now, no free critter pics.
Facts. I got teased now.
See?
Now it's gotta come.
But yeah, that's a high tier Patreon. A low tier one is like a sticker pack and an extra podcast
Okay.
or something. That's what
Oh
people
yeah,
usually
yeah,
do.
definitely.
The extra
Or
pot
even
a
just
week.
Extra
like-
podcast. Give me fucking 50.
Or we stop now and then
Yeah,
pause
and
it.
then you keep going
go
for the
on.
Patreon.
You already know.
I don't like that idea.
A lot of people
That's a
do that.
cock
I know
block.
that's what makes me hate my favorite podcasters.
That's a cock block.
But I should subscribe to them.
How
and listen
sick
to
would
them.
all the No Limit and Holy Mountain fans be if we just put this on a Patreon behind a paywall? Didn't drop it anywhere else.
No one would listen to it at all. I wouldn't even get one. Listen,
wouldn't get
we
one.
wouldn't even finish it. I give it to the people. They deserve it if they want to hear this important gospel.
We'll give it to you for the free 99.
It would get like a click farm play somewhere in like
Click form.
like Asia somewhere.
Yeah, damn. Don't be telling me that's where they come from when I see like Yugoslavia's watching our shit.
That's
Are
where
you
they-
gonna break that news to me right
That's
now?
where they
Like,
come
nobody
from.
in Yugoslavia.
I know. I'm like,
video?
I get so much love in Russia. All my listeners are from Russia. I should tour there. No, I'm just playing. But it could be. It depends what
Nah, it's somebody.
It depends what engine you're using and how specific it is and what metrics you're trying to measure to determine if you're
It's somebody you.
Yeah, there's somebody there.
There's somebody out there.
You know any artists from Russia?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a kid I collaborated with one of my bigger songs called "Alone in My Room." The producer's name is To the Good. He's awesome. I did 2 songs with him actually, and his tape went up. It had a lot of awesome artists on it way earlier before they started really going hard.
Right.
But he's from Kazakhstan. That's not Russia. But I have a lot of fans reach out from Russia and they'll send me pictures and just be like, love from Russia, and they're listening to my shit on like a dashboard with like some crazy setting like behind them. It's sick. It's really
So
cool.
the Russians would be on the Holy Mountain Patreon.
See, totally. The Russians are on to. They're on a futuristic tip always. Like Europe, like everywhere in the world, you know what I mean. They have different like what clicks for them at different times and shit. But like people in Russia like really showed Lil Peep love when he was first.
Yeah.
But like people in America all loved him and on some cult shit. But people in Russia when he went there, I remember seeing those videos of him playing like huge audiences. People in Russia like love like Suicide Boys, Bones, like.
You know who Convolk is?
Yes, yeah.
They love
He gets
him.
love in Russia. I think he may be Russian.
He learned Russian to like speak to his Russian fans,
That's a
or
smart
maybe
ass
he knew it already.
fucking bull, for real.
Maybe he knew it
Yeah,
already, but
facts.
I think he
always
might be
know.
Russian for real, but also he that's legendary behavior because like I'm trying to go anywhere my fans are at. If there's people who feel this Holy Mountain music, like I'm trying to speak to them, fuck
You
it.
just blew my mind with that legendary behavior.
It is legendary
Write that
behavior.
down. That's my next Instagram caption.
Legend. You heard that? A stamp.
Prayer hands.
Stamp it.
But no, yeah, I have listeners in a lot of different little pockets of the world, and it is really cool to hear from them sometimes. It'd be really cool
Yeah,
to go to
sick.
Europe,
It
play
is
some
nice
shows.
when you do hear from them, like, because then you
That's
know
sick.
it's not like some click.
I showed a lot. I got a lot of like England love. Like shout out Bloody Shield, shout out Mag, all really good like artists who drop tons of new music all the time. Like I definitely would love to play some shows over there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like collaborate with some artists on some different shit.
Dude, way back when I was on my music making shit, that's like my main thing. I had this kid hit me up. His beat name was Skirt, $KURT.
There's a lot of skirts. I feel like I might know a skirt.
Wasn't that amazing at the time? Like it was like a few years ago, but I remember he kept sending me shit and like it was getting consistently better. I think now I don't even follow him on Nolimiteddie because this was back when I had a different account, and I checked back on him the other day. Like his shit has gotten a lot better. So shout out to you, my man.
Everyone gets better. Dude, fucking, you do the same thing every day, 5 years, you're gonna get good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just do it
Maybe
every
he still
day.
watches my shit, but like thinks I don't fuck
Shout out
with him no
Skirt
more.
wherever he is. He's turned up. He's probably making beats.
He's definitely in Russia.
Skirt.
Skirt from Russia. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
A
Russia.
lot of legendary producers. Think about Russian people. They send you an email with like 100 banging beats. Well, like 20 banging beats. You know what I mean? They won't go back and forth with you 10 times. Like, what do you think? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I send you this? They just send you a bunch of beats and just say like basically nothing.
Which is the way it should
I
be.
fucking
That's
love
what
that
you want
shit.
as an artist. You want your
they're
shit
awesome.
flooded.
Yeah, and they have a different, like, it's weird. Like, everywhere you are in the world, like, something sounds more natural. So, as Americans, we're probably attuned to a certain sound. If you're making beats over there, you're hearing music over there, you're attuned to a different, you know what I mean, version of what
Yeah.
pop music or rap music is. So, it's cool to collaborate with people, different
I can
places,
see that.
on some unconscious level. Yeah.
Right. So, Holy Mountain, we heard a lot from you today. This is by far our longest podcast ever at this
We're
point.
sweating in here in the studio.
Hot day. Heat wave.
I need Holy Mountain's final words for the No Limit community.
I was gonna say ever. Those final words ever.
The
It's
front?
Friday the
Are we
13th.
tying them up and like
Real
killing
last words.
These are your final words ever.
Stop.
Finally reaping what I've sown.
Stop.
This is it. Live your truth and do whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Be your best advocate. Look out for yourself. You know what I mean? Be true to people who are true to you. Wild at Heart Records is my label. Shout out Half Soul. That's my artist. Shout out Velvet Graves. Shout out R.I.P. Eternal. Yeah, shout out everybody. Shout out all the gang. New music coming soon.
Yeah, let's hear about that. What's coming next for the people?
Yeah, man. So definitely I'm gonna have a single in the next month for sure. It'll have a video. It'll be awesome. It's gonna have ventriloquism in it probably.
Yeah, let's go.
That's been part of the research.
New
That
spin.
song's gonna be cool. Yeah, it might be a part of an EP, but I'm gonna drop some singles because I want to keep making music and keep dropping for people. But yeah, expect some folk music, expect some fucking emo music, expect a little bit of everything.
Expect nothing. No limit.
Yo, expect exactly no expectations. Number one, but get everything in return.
No
you know?
expectations, no limit, no
Have a-
Hollywood. That's been it for this episode. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.